Due to Levi and Toothless's heroic actions, the falling star was destroyed, and peace returned to the world of Pokemon, but that did not put an end to the natural calamities. Natural disasters still occurred, but much less often. Needless to say, Renegade's rescue activities continued as if nothing had changed. Several mornings later. And I feel like that little outro right there pretty much sums up how I feel about the post-game for this one. But what is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Let's Play Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. Today is truly the last episode of this Let's Play. We are going to just be going into a little bit of the post-game and just going over the stuff that entails. Not really a whole lot else. Toothless is telling us we got some more jobs on the bulletin board. That's great. But let's keep on giving it our best, like always. Apparently, we needed like a nap for a week or something along those lines because, yeah, I mean, can you really blame us after everything that happened? And outside in the first degree, it says Caterpie and Metapod. What's the matter? It's Snubble. There's something weird going on. Snubble's weird? How? He looks completely different. Levi, let's go to the square. Okay, let's see what's going on here. What happened? Hi, Alakazam. Hey, Alakazam? Have you seen Snubble around? I heard something weird happened to him. I'm Snubble. What? You're Snubble? You don't look anything like the way you did before. I don't really understand either. I went into the cave there, and all of a sudden... What cave? It appeared without me noticing. See, right there. So you went in there. Yep. I came out looking like this. Snubble underwent evolution. He evolved. Evolution? What's that about? Pokemon, upon satisfying certain conditions, may evolve. When a Pokemon undergoes evolution, its appearance changes. Oh, wow, you're on appearance. That can change? I suspect that cave is where evolution can take place. This is merely a guess. Perhaps evolution could not take place before, because the world's balance was askew. However, now that the star has been destroyed, the world's balance has been restored, and perhaps that cave became unsealed. So if I evolved, I would become like Metapod? I wish. I want to be Butterfree quickly. Wait a second. I don't know if I like this or not. My cute little face turned all craggy. Evolution is not a bad thing. Appearance isn't the only thing that changes through evolution. Types of moves one can learn may change, for example, some of which may be strong moves. Oh, really? Might be able to learn strong moves? Makes me want to evolve even more. I wish I could be Butterfree soon. Me too. Can we evolve if we go in that cave? Yes, but it would depend on the conditions. Levi, we should go to the cave if we want to evolve. Well, maybe we should go and check it out then. What do you say? You can hear a voice from somewhere. Awakened ones, you have reached the luminous cave. Have you come here to evolve? I have. Okay, so I would like to, but hold on. What does it say? Oh yeah, we're allowed to we can just do it. Cool. I will evolve into Marshtomp. No longer be able to return to your previous form. Will you still evolve? Yes, I will. You will lose your rescue team scarf you're wearing. Will you still evolve? Yes, I will. Awakened ones, let us begin. And now we have gained a ground typing, and we look absolutely goofy. Now, luckily, no, the name will not change. Luckily, we are only a few levels away from being able to evolve into Swampert as well, but it looks like we have a few more options here. So all of these Pokemon can evolve based on where they're at right now. So most of them are just going to evolve up one stage, like Max will go into a Mightyena, Francois will go into a Parasect, Toddish will be able to go into Gloom, Peter and Catherine will both go into Nidorino and Nidorino respectively, Raticate, you'd probably be able to go Kakuna and Beedrill, and then Shroomba can go into, why am I forgetting? Breloom for some reason, but it looks like we've got some other ones that aren't, so some of them need like evolution crystals, and we also have branching evolutions. I mean, I would like to actually take a look at that. Let's see. Frostlass, which is 2 evolution crystals, and Glalie, which is level 42. So we get some interesting things that tell us all about these things and how we're supposed to do it. So evolution crystals, which are things we need to collect in dungeons, and also by doing certain high-level jobs, are basically replacing evolutionary stones. Like, for instance, Growlithe only evolves into Arcanine with a Firestone, ergo 2 evolution crystals. Drago only evolves into, or Yanma only evolves into Yanmega, I believe, while trading with a held item. Again, ergo 2 evolution crystals. Keaton, same thing, needs to be holding an item, can evolve into Gliscor. This one is for some reason ×4, but I think that's just because it's the 3rd stage evolution as opposed to a 2nd stage, so I guess that makes sense. Or I guess technically that's second stage. It goes basic, first stage, second stage, whatever, you get it. So yeah, because it's going into Nano Queen, and this is the next evolution, it's 4 evolution crystals. But why don't we also evolve Toothless here? And Toothless can become a Grovyle, which would be really awesome. So let's say yes to that. I'm no longer be able to return. That's okay. And we'll lose the Rescue Team Scarf. I like how they give you that warning, but that's just because there's actual character models in this game as opposed to sprites. Ah, Toothless, you look wonderful. And no, we're not going to change it. Of course not. All right, I would say that that's good for now. But yeah, we can evolve pretty much everybody that's eligible now. Look at us! Oh my gosh, we look so goofy. Yeah, I would really need to evolve into a Swampert really quickly. Not that that's going to happen in this Let's Play, because like I said once again, this Let's Play is basically all but done. Levi, do this. You both hung in there. Good job, but you're still not up to our caliber. Yeah, that's true. We're not a gold rank team yet. We're here now because you succeeded. You have my thanks. Of course, we did our bit to help too. Look at everybody. You guys are amazing. Truly, you've impressed me. What about, Shifter, you were saying something about wanting to say thanks before I'm gone, and you still haven't said that. You've done it, Levi. You're the greatest, really. Oh, well, I'm so glad that everybody is super happy. Okay, so I lost a lot of things when I died to Rayquaza in the Sky Tower, which sucks, but again, I'm not really too beat up about it because we kind of blew it. So why don't we head on up here and let's talk to Gulpin really quickly. And this is the Gulpin Link Shop, so we can talk about this really quickly about linking moves. So again, like we said, there's a couple upsides and a couple downsides to linking moves. So really quickly, for instance, if I wanted to, like, let's say link Water Gun and Mud Bomb here, I could do that. And that means that now they're assigned to one button. So I can't use Mud Bomb on its own anymore unless I unlink it. I have to use both of them in tandem. This is also going to lower the power points of both moves at once. And it's also going to lower my belly faster, which, like you said, it can be a little bit of a problem if you don't have enough apples on hand. The plus side to all of that, though, is the fact that you're getting out 2 moves on 1 turn, which obviously is just more damage and allows you to sweep the field a lot faster. It's all depends on whether or not you're okay with both of those moves going out. Like, for instance, I'd be okay with that in most scenarios, unless I was going up against a flying type. Otherwise, I'm going to be wasting that Mud Bomb every single time. So you have to really think about what moves you're putting together. A good example of this would probably be like Water Gun and Ice Beam. If I had access to that, I'd probably be a little bit more keen to use that, but unfortunately, I do not. I also talked to these 3 out here. Hey, by the way, speaking of Golem, Blastoise, Octillery, aren't you leaders of your own teams? You're not. You guys were only temporarily teamed up. Why are you still hanging out? Like, together? Shouldn't you go, like, how do your old teams feel about you just abandoning them? You fought your way up to the Tower of the Clouds. I can't imagine that. Sounds kind of wow. If I remember correctly, weren't these 3, like, around Pokemon in the original game? Like, you had a couple Gravelers, you had a couple Wartortles. That's what I thought, but I could be wrong. You were flat out incredible. Seriously, consider teaming up with me. Then we have Octillery here. Oh, darlings, you've outdone yourselves. Well, I'm so glad that everybody is so happy to see us. Now, we've seen evolution happen. Now we're going to head back here and really quickly... Oh, wait, no. I want to talk to Absol. So we have a few new dungeons that have opened up. We'll talk about those in a second. I did not mean to do that. I want to talk to Absol. Go back. Absol. My instincts at that time were correct. I'm glad I helped you out. Let me say thanks once more. Thank you for saving the world. You made a promise to Articuno during the time you were running away, right? That you would stop further natural disasters from spreading. Now that we stopped the star from falling, it might be good to meet up, not only with Articuno, but also with Moltres and Zapdos, the 3 legendary birds. Indeed, it would be good, Absol, and if we got to the ends of their dungeons, we could do that. But notice that a whole bunch of places have opened up, and some of them are pretty big. Not as big as Sky Tower, thank goodness, but they are still pretty big. We'll talk about those versus signs in a second. But yeah, there's all sorts of new things that we can get, a bunch of new team members, and a lot of these dungeons aren't really too bad. These early ones that we've gotten, so Dark Knight Relic, Wyvern Hill. I mean, notice the strongest Pokemon in here is like an Execute, a Wobbuffet. Those aren't too bad. This one has an Espeon. Remains Island can be pretty strong, and Waterfall Pond with Gyarados. So you're going to still run into strong Pokemon. Like, don't get me wrong, these places are worse off than, like, Sinister Woods, for instance, or Silent Chasm or Thunderwave Cave. They're probably on the same level as something like... probably some of the last 4 dungeons we went to, like Frosty Forest, Magma, probably closer to Magma Cavern in terms of difficulty, but not quite Sky Tower. But this is only the beginning. There are a whole lot of dungeons that you will unlock throughout the game. They're going to have all sorts of things, sorts of additional strong foes, and we will unlock more of these by continuing to rank up our team. Now, you have the strong foes here. You still can get jobs in each of these places as well. You can go explore them to add new team members. All of that's great. Let's talk about the verses really quickly. Can you guess what the verses is for? I mean, I feel like it's pretty self-explanatory given who we fought in each of these, and notice how Great Canyon does not have one because there wasn't a boss at the end of it. But Mount Thunder had Zapdos, Mount Blaze had Moltres, Frosty Forest had Articuno, Magma Cavern had Groudon, and Sky Tower had Rayquaza. So yes, we can all do battle against them once again and try to get them to recruit to our team if you want to go back through here. Now, obviously, the dungeons themselves are, well, aside from Sky Tower, at least right now, are mostly a big pushover at the moment, so you'll be able to get through them easily, but recruiting the Pokemon to your team is the hard part because you need to actually know, one, where their camps are, and they're usually really expensive camps. In fact, I think we can actually go and check that out really quickly. Sorry, Charizard, pushed you out of the way. Let's take a look really quick. So, list of camps. Let's see what we got here. So, we got all of these camps right here. Boom, boom, boom. All the ones we've established already. Let's go into the expensive ones. Okay, so Final Island. I want to say that that's for Mewtwo. Yeah, can you guess that Mewtwo's in here? Let's see. Ancient Relic, Age Chamber. I'm actually not sure if we even have any of the ones for Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres yet. We might have to wait a while. Let's see. List of Pokemon really quickly. Wonder if we can check. There we go. Oh, yep. Camp is completely unknown. Acquired. You might be able to unlock them by actually just defeating them on their own, but I honestly thought that that was not the case. Maybe I'm crazy, though. Maybe I'm wrong. You just take them down and you're just given their camp. That could be a possibility. Could be a possibility with all of the legendary bosses as we go here to the end. Let's see. Yep, still acquired by... Okay, so maybe that is the case. Maybe I was wrong there. But that is pretty much the starting goals. Let's go and collect the legendary Pokemon. Let's go through those dungeons and add more Pokemon to our team. Let's try to rank up our rescue team by completing jobs along the way. And obviously, in these later dungeons, you are going to have access to much stronger jobs. For instance, if you go in here, Waterfall Pond's got a B rank, which I don't think we've even seen one of those yet. And then I believe, oh, you get a life seed out of that. That's actually pretty nice. So yeah, there's a whole lot of additional stuff, but it's essentially just more of the same. It's a lot of the menial tasks, and the reason I don't like this post game is because it's heavily gameplay focused. Again, the one part of this game that I just do not vibe with very much. And two, it completely strips the story out. The story's over. It's done. And I liked the story in this game. I'm not saying it was necessarily anything amazing, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was very cute, very fun. It's a little bit emotional at the end, and I appreciate it for that as well. And overall, I mean, yeah, you get the vibes of this game, but all throughout. But it's like, I don't know. It's not the same. It's not the same. It feels much more hollow. It feels a lot less like, I don't know, personal from here on out. It's just, you know, how far can you take this? Because yeah, the post game is going to last way longer than the main game. And of course, that's true with almost any Pokemon game, but this one in particular is just bloated to an unbelievable size because I want to say there's something like 15 to 20 more dungeons left to unlock. And I ain't about that. I ain't about to do that in this Let's Play. I ain't about to subject you guys to that. I'm just here to kind of give my closing thoughts on this game. And I want to specifically focus on the remake aspect itself. So I actually do think that this game did a really good job of updating what the Game Boy Advance game was trying to do. And I guess also the DS game. They're the same thing. They were just put on different platforms for some reason. It did a good job of updating it, but man, oh man, the formula itself is still something that has not been completely saved. And there are still some decisions that I just really kind of don't like. Just how punishing. I mean, this game can be brutal, and it is entirely RNG based because it's like, okay, in regular Pokemon, yeah, you can get screwed over by like critical hits and things missing and you know, stuff of that nature. But this game is just like, you could be fine, totally okay, and all you have to do is walk into the wrong room and it's just over. And you might be completely confident, but every single item in your inventory is gone, all of your money is gone, and it just... Sometimes the game can just kick your ass, and there's nothing you can do about it, and this could get especially frustrating in the post-game as you get into certain dungeons that are 60, 70, 80 floors long, and yeah, it's a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too much. I don't love what this game is doing from a gameplay perspective that much, but there's just something charming about it all at the same time. And again, the way that they made, I mean, this style in and of itself, everybody celebrated, or I feel like everybody was celebrating what this game looked like as soon as it was revealed. And I mean, I'm right on board. Playing through this entire game, it is just so wonderful and lovely to look at. I want more Pokemon games that look like this, please. I know a lot of people are hoping that the Explorers games get the treatment as well at some point, which honestly would be great for me because that gives me a really good excuse to jump into the sequel without having to go all the way back to the Nintendo DS, but I don't know. We will see. For now, guys, that is for sure going to be this episode. You already know what's coming next. I've already talked about it. I'm going to probably go into more detail into how that Let's Play is going to work in an update video that will be coming out before that Let's Play begins. But this one is over, and we can finally send off Rescue Team once and for all. If I return back to Mystery Dungeon, obviously it is going to be with the Explorers series next. And if we go beyond that, well, I can't make that call now, but in due time, maybe we will find out. For now, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this episode very, very much. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play very, very much. And I will see you all in the next one.